international Munich English language testing system conducted by Munich English Academy. Today I'm your examiner. This is a mock IELTS test. Myself, Aki Anju. This test is divided into three parts. Before starting the main parts, I will ask you some personal questions. So, are you ready?
Yes,
Okay. How are you?
I'm well.
Uh, can you please give me your passport?
Say this.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. What's your full name?
My full name is Safik Mushi, but you can call me Safik.
Where do you come from?
Also, born of Shalpur, but I'm living in Dhaka.
Okay. Do you study or work?
I'm studying at grade 7 at Munkur High School and College.
Which subject do you like?
It's basically like mathematics and science.
Okay. How do you pass your free time?
I pass my free time by doing anything. Most of the free time I play video games and watch TV.
Now listen to the main part. The part one is food and cooking. What kinds of food do you like to eat?
I don't have any specific favorite food. It fully depends on my taste or my interest. For example, when I seems to eat something spicy, then I see my mother to make something for spicy for me. And sometimes when I seems to eat something sweet, then I my father to bring a packet of sweet for me. And but there are also some one or two favorite foods which I like, which are fried chicken, biryani, and I eat them at a specificity of a week.
Okay. What kinds of new food would you like to try?
What kind of new foods, right? Which foods are new to me, which I want to try in future. For example, in there are some food which is really banned. For example, bombarchino, which is Spanish food, and also there are some food which I want to try in future. So
Do you like cooking?
of course I like cooking. You know, in from my childhood, I'm watching that my aunt and my mom is cooking. So that's I found my curiosity for cooking. I learned cooking from my mother. He, he taught me how to cook different types of items, and also I learned cooking from my aunt that he taught me how to cook or how to make pizzas, cakes. And I also watch cooking progress on TV that how to make burger, pizza, and also many special many delicious food how to make.
What was the last meal you cooked?
The last meal I have cooked yesterday, which is sponge bread curry. The last week, my mother said that you cook for for the family. Then I told to cook a sponge bread curry. My family loved it very much, and I also loved it very much.
Do you prefer home cooked food or food from restaurants?
Oh, well, I always prefer eating at home because home foods are always healthy than food at restaurant. Home food, in home food we can give a guarantee that this food is 100% healthy for us. But in restaurant workers can give us the guarantee that is the food really we are eating it is really healthy or not. For example, they often many restaurant or cheap restaurant we can see they serve one food day by eating this food we can get sick. But on the other hand, our home food are fully healthy because we always think about our health. It is it our is it good for it? So home food is better than restaurant,
Okay.
and I also
Now,
prefer to eat at home food.
now listen to the part two. On this part, I will give you a cue card and a page and pen. So you have 1 minute to think about this topic, and you have to talk about this topic 1 to 2 minutes. Here is your cue card. Here is your pen and paper. Your time starts now. Your time is up. You can start now.
This is a good interesting topic. The topic is about to describe one of my hobby and interests. So I have many hobbies. Some of my hobbies, cycling. Why I like cycling? Because from during my fifth birthday, my father gifted me a brand new cycle. Before that, I learned how to ride a bicycle from my friends and my brother. I often ride a bicycle with my friends. I like cycling very much because since I visit many places by cycling. In my free time, I also ride bicycle with my friend. And I have also many hobbies, which is gardening. I also like gardening very much. In my free time, I spend time with my garden. I water my plants, and I have also hobby which is cooking. I said cooking. I also like cooking very much. I often make cook food for my family, which my family like very much. And another hobby is fishing, but it is not possible. But when I visit my village, I I catch fishes with my cousins and friends. So that's about my hobby interests.
May I have it back, please? Thank you. Now let's move into the part three. This part is the social benefits of hobbies. Do you think having a hobby is good for people's social life in what ways?
Yes, I think having a hobby is a person's life is important. At least for the person. The things depend on the hobby. On the hobby or interest. By the hobby, the society can be benefited. Even the person can be benefited. But it depends on the hobby. Which hobby the person's like. For example, a person like gardening or planting trees. Planting trees, the person not only the person is benefiting by, but also the environment, the locality is also benefiting because planting trees is with he's the person is planting trees. By planting trees, his mind is refreshing. He is by doing his favorite thing, he's finding his inspiration for work. So having a hobby is very important for a person's social life.
Are there any negative effects of a person spending too much time on their hobby? What are they?
Yeah, and there, in new generation, we can see there in city, especially I live in Bangladesh. I would like to go to Bangladesh. Bangladesh in city area, we can often see that there's enough place to play outdoor games with their friends. So most of the city children they find their hobby in indoor games, especially the watching TV and playing computer games. What are the effects of so watching TV or playing computer games at more than 1 hour is very harmful for a person's health. It can make many mental problem, many health problem. For example, a person can suffer from monotone. Even he can have a very bad headache. Also, it is very harmful for his eyes and also for his health.
Why do you think people need to have an interest or hobby?
For the person, you asked that why the person have for the person's happiness, for the person's happy life, and also for many reasons a person should have hobby. In hobby means a person's favorite thing, favorite thing that he by doing this thing he become happy. So if a person don't have hobby, he have no special. At least he have some favorite thing that by doing he become happy. So by doing his hobby or favorite thing, he find his inspirations. Thus he finds his inspiration to work hard, more hard. So that's why a hobby is very important for a person.
Next topic is leisure time. In your country, how much time do people spend on work and how much time on leisure? And is this a good balance, do you think?
In my country, especially the city people, they're very busy. They have to really work hard. And after working hard for a week, they finally get some weekends, which are usually a couple of days or more than 1 days. I think these are enough because in their during their weekends they can visit many different places. They can spend time with their family. They can do their hobbies. They can do their interest. They can fill up the interest. But there are also some professions which people can people you know what can have much weekends. For example, a garment worker for his for the fulfillment of his family, he have to work overtime, and also a profession of a security guard. So there are also some profession which don't have enough weekends or freedom.
Would you say that amount of free time has changed much in the last 50 years?
You know, that means it has. I think it has changed. For example, we can, sorry, in past or 20 years ago, 15 years ago, that we can say, our only Friday was our or weekend. But the government noticed that only one weekend is not enough for the citizens because they really work hard for the country. So after working hard, so they finally go the weekend. So one day weekend is not enough. Then the government declared that Friday and Saturday is our national holiday weekend. So from that day, we are spending two holidays, which are Saturday and Friday.
Do you think people will have more or less free time in the future and why?
Future is really unpredictable because we don't know that what can happen in future. In future, I think that work we can see in Europe country, in America, people can do their job in their home. So in future, people will, my country Bangladeshi people will able to do their job at the home. So they can have they will have much free time. So I think it will be changed a lot in future about their weekdays and weekends.
This is the end of the test, and thank you to giving your most important time for us.
Thank you.